What's up, y'all? Everybody go goddamn first day of production for motherfucking what's it called?
Shut up.
Pathway. You know, man, 3 movies. They call me 3 movies. So sweet. That's what they be saying. That's what they call me, right, DJ?
That is exactly what I was like.
That's they my encouragers, you know. Shut the fuck up mean. Oh, you that nigga?
No, nigga, that means shut up.
I'ma handle biz though. Who we think he is though? Swear they wanna ask him, he got demons. Swear he'll melt you with the real spit. Fuck you mean I go from 0 to 100, nigga, real quick. Yeah, that's real quick. Yeah, that's real quick. Shouldn't have slept on him, the shit I have to live with.
Alright, so what inspired you to create Pathways?
Shit, my life at the time, man. So after making College Life in Atlanta, it was just it wasn't a struggle to make it, but it was my first big film outside of college, like paying bills and living in my own spot. Like it was just that whole experience made me feel like, damn, man, I'm really fucking trying out here. So while I was making that movie, like I got the idea for Pathway to just pretty much make a film about somebody trying to pursue this career, or not even just this specifically career, but just trying to, what happens after college, like that moment after you graduate and you get a job, now what? Like, this is your life, nigga. Like, so what are you doing? So I really wanted to make a film like that. And like while we were doing College Life in Atlanta, I told Rodney, who was playing a supporting character, the premise, like, hey, I want you to be a lead for this film.
He was just like, here's the next script. Here's your part. Get that shit down.
I came straight from Greenville, Alabama. I didn't know what to do or know where to go. So I started doing little community plays around town. And so me not knowing no direction, figuring somebody that work in film will find me, in the theater. So I found this website called Love to Act. And there I saw audition for the feature film Pathway.
I had just moved to Atlanta, so of course I was just like taking any audition that I could see for free without an agent.
I went to this little place in Atlanta and I auditioned for him for Pathways.
I was like, all right, cool, this is some underground dungeon type shit. And so Miles' energy was turned up. Everybody's energy was on point, so I was excited, to be honest.
Yo, LJ Scott.
There you go.
Yo, you
Tell them about
know.
you. Tell them about you, how old you is.
Yo, I'm 23, but I look 18 because black don't crack. You heard me?
Okay.
Straight from Alabama, Roll Tide.
Alabama.
No.
All right.
I think normally when I walk into an audition, I'm like, if it's unprofessional, I'm out of here. Like, I'm not going to be on this set. But there was a sense of just like, we're just having fun in there rather than like, what the heck is going on? So I had fun. I liked the script that I read and or the little side that I read, and that was my first impression. It was just like, they're crazy.
He tried to make everybody feel comfortable by, icebreakers that he was trying to make everybody comfortable with each other and things like that.
We have Camry.
Hi everyone, I look terrible right now.
Oh, all right, let's take a look at Camry. All right, I have some real perverted followers, don't I? All right, look at it. Yeah.
My name is Camry. I'm 20 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
You said you're 20?
Thought you were 35.
What?
That was my second year out of college. So like I knew more people. I reused some of the same people from College Life in Atlanta.
Somebody had backed out, so he had called me and was like, can you come do this for me? And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, by the way, you're gonna be in a bikini. I was like, okay, so I'm not eating today. That's all right, cool. Liquid diet. Yeah, is or whatever. Just doing what I do, doing this acting thing or whatever, because it's what I do, right? Like, I remember when I was a little girl, and I had said to myself, little girl, you're gonna be on my big screen. And I said, girl, like, watch it blow up like crazy.
We was actually in that one.
We did have a scene in Pathway.
Wanted to be in College Life Atlanta.
The first time I auditioned for College Life Atlanta, somebody else got to roll over me. I think it was Rodney got to roll over me. At that moment, he told me that, you did good with her, but you don't have any experience or whatever. And truthfully, I didn't have an experience. That was my first time ever auditioning for anything. That was the first time I ever been in front of a camera, in front of anybody, just reading for real. I mean, I was nervous as hell for real, but called me up like the next day and told me he didn't, think I would be good for the role at that time because of my experience. And then, he said, but just stick with me, come do a couple shorts and whatever. I did that, and in his own quirky way, he was trying to groom me and train me for that role, I felt like, and that's basically how that all went about. Once he had that written up and came in, I read for it one more time with him, and he wanted to just make sure that I could, do the role, and we went from there.
2 weeks ago from then, he called me and told me I had the part.
I see it as Miles giving me an opportunity. When I first auditioned with him, I was doing several auditions, and you get the nose, and then somebody who sees that you don't have an extensive resume like everyone else says, you know what, this person has potential, and you finally get the yes.
But at the time, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it because I was going through shit with my cousins and my auntie. Basically, like, I was on the streets at that point. But I was still coming to like the table read and rehearsal.
Now I am, okay, we just did the table read. Pathway, man, this is the cast and Shizzle. Come meet them all close up and whatnot. Oh, there we go. Oh, what a dickhead, Oh, there he goes. Oh, super dickhead. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at him. Oh,
Hi, Mom.
Okay, there we go. But I approached Pathway with the idea of trying to make a hood classic, like trying to make a movie like Friday, but with more of a message and not in the hood. So it's like trying to make a hood classic movie, but not about the hood. A neighborhood classic. Just a black classic movie, all right? Not a hood classic. I wanted to make a black classic type film. Because if you really look at it, Pathway isn't about shit. It's just about niggas. Like, it's a never ending. It's not a full story. It's just a moment in time of these people's lives.
On set, say what's up, Gerald.
Oh, shit. I'm on the camera. So since I'm on the camera, I got to call out my action. Okay. Greatest in show, take one. Action. I'm always there.
Got one of the stars right quick.
What's good?
I get y'all in your spot.
Do you think that Pathway was your attempt to be more serious for filmmaking?
Yeah, it was a deeper dive into trying to, like, as far as subject matter.
Yeah, subject matter.
Yeah, like, it was a deeper dive into trying to have more serious moments as far as the subject matter goes. Just because it was like a dear subject to me. Like, I literally felt like I was trying to balance life and still pursuing a career in media at the same time. It was just, I definitely didn't want it to be looked at as a joke. So I wanted some serious moments in there. Goddamn! I want to say the Pathway in this motherfucker. We out here on the ground filming. Do what I do and doing it well. Y'all see the legs on the chest and whatnot. I got the cast back there.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot as shit. Hey, Cass, say what's up. Hey. Hey. You know what I'm saying? But man, indie guerrilla filming.
You can drive like a lunatic.
Hey, I drive because we behind schedule like a mug.
I done ran 2 red lights. No, hella red lights trying to follow you.
Hey, we just finished the first day of production on Pathway, y'all. God damn it, we are on doing the damn thing,
Well, this was my first full feature, so I was pretty open to a lot of things, and I wasn't 100% sure at the time what was normal and what wasn't.
Sticky.
What's sticky?
Everybody.
Yeah. Usually what happens after an orgy. It's kind of sticky, so.
Okay, I'm gonna say there's 2 girls in here, so I don't know what type of orgy just happened.
Oh, great! It's been really fun. Miles came first, as usual.
Hey.
How are you doing on the shoot?
I am doing great. Playing some video games. Okay. So
It's very fast-paced, moving. He likes to get things done in a certain amount of time.
We did it in 8 days.
Broke his balls.
My balls don't break because they're made of steel.
Bars. Everybody all right?
Everybody here pissed off.
For why?
Cuz.
Okay, well, you have a good day.
Alright, man, look, we out here onto the pathway, man. It's goddamn about 10 p.m. You know, we just finished part 1 of 4.
It was our first day on set. I was trash, like garbage, like struggling.
We got LJ looking over the lines, making sure he's straight.
I know I'm just not about to. Man, look, I know I'm just not about to go. Eat straight, man. Bump all that. I know I'm not about to go.
Damn.
My bad, bro.
I remember them always trying to make me laugh when I was trying to be serious. And saying something right before they said action.
Alright, don't fuck up. Here we go. 3.
Wait, you can't say that. You can't do that.
How's it going filming wise?
It's great. Today I am burning up in this bed.
Yeah, you are.
And Miles has joined us in the bed too.
Well, that's what I do. I do threesomes.
It's been really sweaty today.
Nah, he was not serious. That was fucking me up. Like, yo, this nigga was chilling and we was having fun, but still getting shit done. I never saw that.
Everybody want to see the director and what he can do.
Oh, that's big though.
Hey, give me that countdown. Give me that countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Wow.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that.
Alright, man, what's poppin', y'all? This is Big Daddy D on the set of Pathway. This is what everybody calls me. Everybody calls me Big Daddy D. You know, we just out here popping. We're about to get this last shot, then go off to East Atlanta Village. Guys, DJ, sideways.
Bruh, it's just on them.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter. It's going to be black bars on the side if you don't do it sideways. So you have to record sideways. Okay, can we all call DJ a dumbass?
Your beard will never connect.
Oh my goodness, that was very hurtful. That was very hurtful.
I'm glad it hurts.
Stop the camera.
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 Okay.
And the whole process at the same time is him being serious and then like cut and it's like a joke or something immediately after.
Cut.
I cannot.
You motherfucker. Okay, so what's it like working with Miles, huh?
He's a special kind of dick.
Well, that's that. I don't think that came off how you wanted it, right?
I am.
I like the fact that he wasn't just, you know, straight face, come in and like don't talk to anybody, just sit behind a chair and tell people what to do. He was always participating, no matter if he had to hold the mic or if he had to hold a camera or if he was in the film himself.
I was sitting on the railroad tracks.
Are you doing the video? What's up, man? We out here, goddamn, on the set of Pathway, man. You got the director, Big Daddy D. That's what everybody calls me here. Just paying around to them right there. You know, got the lovely little couple. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, right there. Boom. Got this over there. Come on, back over here, man. You know, we just, you know, we doing what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Ass burning. You know what I'm saying? Threads coming off. You know, soon's gonna be skin on wood and my ass gonna turn red. But you know, it ain't be the first time. I was popping y'all, man. We on the set of Pathway, goddamn, doing what we do. We in downtown Atlanta, great, beautiful skyline and whatnot. You know what I do? I find locations. You know, that's what Big Daddy D do. That's what everybody calls me. We got the little Negroes over there and whatnot, getting all mic'd up, doing what they do and getting it right. You know, we just about 45 minutes behind schedule, but I mean, you know, it's cool.
I also had like a scene where I had to take off some of my clothes. It wasn't as tense as it could have been. It was more so.
Alright, man, we on the set of Pathway, goddamn. We done wrapped up Stokes. Stokes about to get the hell on up out of here. 3-hour drive back to Alabama. You know, what we about to do over here, it's grown folk stuff, alright? It's grown folk stuff, alright? It's grown folk stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hell.
Funny. It was comedy. It was like, okay, relax, chill, it's okay. And like as he's filming on the couch holding the camera and I'm just in front of him like taking my clothes off. He's like, okay, Cameron, you know, things like that. And it was hilarious. So that's what I mean by he made me feel comfortable.
There you go. There you go. Come on, come on. Oh my God. I'm just trying to.
That sounds so pornographic.
I mean, I would say that I just remember being hungry a lot.
The same as before. Hungry, sleepy, thirsty.
She sounds miserable.
Long day, hot, dehydrated.
Anybody want to say anything? Huh? Huh?
It's hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It's a motherfucker.
You see that sun? It's hot as hell. And Miles got us slaving with no water, but don't tell nobody. I see you sweating. It's hot, ain't it? See, this is what Miles does. He put us in this hot ass conditions. Don't give you no water.
Don't give her no damn water. I had to bring my own water.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Miles, fuck you.
Filming Pathway was a little tougher than CLA because we shot it in like the heat, the dead heat of the fucking summer.
I wrote the film for most of it to be outside because getting inside locations was just, it was hard. So like, well, okay. Like while I was writing, like while we were doing College Life in Atlanta, I was like, you know what, my next film, 80% of the bitch gonna be outside. Which is cool, just probably not during the summer.
It was hot as shit.
It was hot. It was really hot when we were filming it, and Miles didn't care. We were still gonna stay out there and film it, and so we did.
I'm a little sweaty, I don't feel sexy right now.
Girl, it's all right. You know what? You glistening. You ain't sweating. It's glistening.
It never rained, all right? There was never a cloud in the fucking sky.
Look at my boy Marcus, yo. He is the proof of what we went through. Me and Rodney a little brown skin, so we was able to, for it to gliss off. This nigga was dripping. And every cut, you see a new sweat running down.
Drenched in sweat. Mind you, my character's wearing like button-down shirts, fucking dress slacks.
That's like the main comment that I remember from this movie is that it was hot.
My guy, we was hot. I don't know how we survived, dog.
So how hot is it?
Home is somewhere between the devil's penis and his gooch.
Y'all, I'm hungry as fuck. I got some water in the back, but that shit hotter than a motherfucker because I couldn't find no ice.
That was the first time I ever brought water to a set, and it was only on the last day. But those first 7 days, sun, hot, sweat, no towels, pretty rough when you really think about it now. It was quite fucked up. But I feel like that cast, out of all the casts that I've had, is the main cast that I feel like deserved some water and food.
And what about you? How do you feel about your last day of production?
I want to do another one already.
See? Miles, you got people who love you, even though you don't feed us. It's all good.
Hey, but we got water.
Right, we got water.
Man, look, man. Shout out to the cast of Pathway, man, honestly, because they definitely, they trucked that bad boy out. I really should do something for the cast of Pathway, man. Think about how fucked up that filming was, man. It was so bad, man. Oh, jeez, it was rough.
This is why I say I officially met him, because I feel like I didn't know him until this certain part of shooting Pathway happened when he had to take me home because I had another cast member to take me home most of the time. But he took me home twice. And the first time he took me home, he didn't say much, but he dropped me off at a certain location. The next time, I had to find a location for him to drop me off at. I didn't want to get too deep into it, but the second time he questioned me like, dude, where do you stay? And shit like that. I was like, really, I ain't got nowhere to stay for real. I was just hopping around and shit like that. And that's when I officially met Miles, because meeting Miles as a director, I feel like it ain't enough.
Stop that bitch.
We had to do the scene on the court.
Recording that scene in that fucking park, but with that fucking neighborhood on the side.
Across the street.
Now, we saw some shit.
We was like, I think we was in West End. Mm-hmm. And these niggas was like, hey man, y'all got a permit to shoot up here? And stuff like that, really trying to check us from shooting up on the court.
What did y'all do?
Huh?
What did y'all do?
He was like, fuck y'all, we kept shooting.
We just did the last shot of Pathway! Yes! We are done!
Yes!
Another successful movie without me in it. As long as you know.
Start pulling wires.
Glad we done.
Yes.
It's dark here in West End. In a minute. I don't know what's gonna happen. They just keep coming out of nowhere, so we need to go.
We gotta go.
Done.
We're done! Woo! Can somebody dance for me or something? Yeah, there you go. Hey, get it. Hey, hey, get it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Pick it up like it's cold. Pick it up like it's cold.
If you could change one thing about every person in the world, what would it be? Sounds like a good old Miss USA question, right? So some girl would say some generic answer like, oh, I would change people's ability to forgive or rid the world of greed. See, that's a bogus question. Because people are too lazy to change anything, especially if they're comfortable. If they like where they are, then that's where they'll stay. See me? I don't like where I am. But I have no choice.
It's a scene where Rodney's character, DJ, was arguing with Marcus' character. The way he shot it, you couldn't see me, but I was on the other side of the couch laying down. But I was laughing during the whole scene, but quietly. Because Miles had these juices, right? It was like, it's an old school juice. It's like, it's plastic, and you just peel like a top. It's a flat top, and you peel it. But it was yellow. And then the Marcus had grabbed it, and he tasted it, and he was like, right before he said action, he sipped it, and he was like, yo, this juice tastes and look and smell like piss. And like, dog.
Son of a bitch. Alright, take some time.
Drinking this damn piss
Man, y'all ain't supposed to laugh at that shit.
But I could not stop laughing, yo. I swear I laughed like an hour straight.
Yo, speaking of dicks, bro, did you ever get a chance to go save?
Wait, what? Ooh, speaking of dicks, I was thinking.
Wait, what? Speaking of dicks, let's get out of here.
Yeah, well, speaking of dicks.
Miles went full on out the window and put speaking of dicks in a movie. Like, so, and to change subjects as an interjection, speaking of dicks, have I told you about the time we went to the movies? Bro, that ain't got nothing to do with dick. That ain't got nothing to do with people. That ain't got nothing to, how did you come up with that?
But Pathway, we had so many memories, bro. Too many, to be honest. Because it wasn't like he had no budget, so we was going off our time. Even though he always made a schedule, it was still like, fuck it.
Come on, DJ, be real with yourself, bro. The way you living right now is a dead end. No rise at all, just plateau. Flat. Going nowhere. Nowhere fast. Where the long-term goes?
What's going on, y'all? I'm here with my darling Tiffany at my 9 to 5, and she is coming to see Pathway. She already got her ticket.
Yo, what's up, everybody, man? I appreciate everybody for getting a digital ticket for the premiere of Pathway, man.
Inviting you all out to the premiere of Pathway.
The movie Pathway is going to be showing very soon. Tickets are on sale. The first show is sold out.
It's really, really good. The actors are really great. It's a really good film. The storyline is awesome. He's like a young Spike Lee. Y'all be able to come out and encourage him, encourage each other, and help us.
Young sex symbol Spike Lee.
What?
Go ahead and get your tickets.
Where do they get the tickets at?
I don't know. Where did I get the tickets?
Oh, I was the first person to get my ticket.
She was like the 10th person to get her ticket.
I was the first person to get my ticket.
If you look at
Pathway.
I don't like this one.
Why not?
I just don't, you know.
It was perfect until you ruined it.
I know. Now we have to. Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Like the check, you said for people.
Don't worry about it. Go get stuff. Hop in.
I still got it.
How you feeling, Miles?
Well, man, you know, I'm good, man. We're about to premiere
Finna have a heart
third
attack.
movie.
You finna have a heart attack.
Rushing, trying to get stuff right real quick.
Man, we did a premiere for it. This was the first premiere that I was actually able to do in Atlanta. Like, after the experience I had with the premiere for College Life, I said, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna just make it free. You know, fuck this shit.
That's your name? How you feel? Girl, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good. You ready to sell some DVDs?
Yeah, I got DVDs and T-shirts here.
How much? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna just read the sign.
Miles made it simple because he didn't want to he didn't want to have to put all the effort into that.
How are y'all doing today? You good? Y'all excited? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Everybody's so quiet. Y'all get hyped. We should have some music. Yeah. That would have been nice.
So the first showing sold out in 24 hours. No, 30 hours. 140 seats. It's like, oh my gosh, wow, holy shit, man. This thing just, people got freaking tickets. So I bought extra time to do a second showing for the premiere. And then that sold out in a week. So I'm like, holy shit, man, I'm about to have all these people at the damn premiere, man. It's gonna be so freaking cool. It's gonna be so freaking dope, man. Oh my gosh, wow. So I do all these things for the premiere, man. I get all this merchandise. I get DVDs made. I get posters printed and shit. And then 30 people came to the first one. And 40 people came to the second one.
How you feel? You okay?
I'm straight, man. I'm good. We about to start the movie. Niggas is late, so you just about to see half the movie, man. Because
I was pissed because you motherfuckers, like, and people was getting like 5, 6 tickets. Like, it wasn't just like one. They were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring all these people, man. It's gonna be a group of us. I'm like, cool. And then I vividly remember almost snapping on this girl that she had got 8 tickets. And she said she's going to bring all these people, and she showed up just by herself. And I was looking around like, what, they parking, they getting out? Is they walking up? There's some people behind her. Is these your people coming out? She's like, oh, no, I couldn't get nobody. Bitch, you got 8 tickets, though. I'm going to need 7 more bodies to show up.
niggas don't show up. Niggas got tickets and then don't show up. This is what happens when you make stuff free. They just don't care. They're not, what do you call it? What's the word? I don't know. But shout out to the people who did come. Shout out to the people who did show up. Shout out to the people who are buying stuff. Shout out to the people who are donating. Love ya.
I just spent all this extra money on another showing where I didn't have to, and I could have just kept it at one because all these people didn't show up or whatever. So, honestly, I don't remember how motherfuckers received it at the premiere. I wasn't really trying to hear none of the shit because I'm out like $250. So,
shout out to the cast. If you're in the cast, if you're in the movie, can y'all stand up?
How was the premiere?
I don't remember. In my defense, I smoke a lot of weed, guys.
Once again, I got to do the poster. I was actually happy to do that one. I was basically the doorman for a while, but
It felt like it was everyone's birthday. Like we were all just celebrating everyone's birthday at one time. We were just all there. Everybody was feeling great about it.
That was one of the first times we actually had a venue, Cinevision Theater.
Half of my family came. My mama, my grandma, my brothers. My daughter came, my cousins.
I had a baddie on my arm. It was a good night, man.
And it was weird seeing myself on screen. But the way Miles had set it up, it was like a real premiere.
I had a great time. It was the first time that I watched myself like that big.
Everyone received it well. Super funny, always.
Great job, Miles.
We love you, Miles.
We love you, Big Daddy.
Yes, Big Daddy did a great job.
Every time the word pathway, I just keep hearing Miles' annoying voice in the back of my head. Fight for the dream. It's just so annoying.
I think I got just a little emotional watching Pathway, only because at the time I was going through something. It's like, damn, these people really trying to find their path in life. They really going through some shit, and I got just a little bit emotional.
Like the message was important, regardless if they didn't like the movie, or regardless if they didn't have a good time on set or whatever. It was just, if you were an actor on that film, you knew what that meant. To find your own pathway and fight for the dream.
And for some reason, I feel like a little bit of Miles is always in all of his films. Like Pathway, I just felt like this was around that time where he was truly struggling.
That right there, really, that movie, that set, that film, that really motivated me to even push harder at my craft. And that was my first movie. And now looking at it is cringing, but that right there, how I got through that shit and the shit I was going through while I was making that film, I was ready to go on set, didn't go anywhere. But that's a special one though.
My first feature film. I'm straight from the Stitch age.
All right.
And yeah, I just bust my first feature film cherry.
All right. Well, I'm sure. Will we see you again?
Oh yeah, man. Hopefully.
I'm sure we will. You're awesome.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Good work. Good work.
From comparison to college life and college life in Atlanta, I don't think people received it as well as those movies, which really it bothers me a little, just because that movie was the tagline was "Fight for the Dream," and that tagline meant so much to me, and I really wanted it to inspire others, it whatnot. Like, I mean, I got good reviews from some people, but just in comparison to College Life Atlanta and the previous 2 movies, it wasn't the same. And even when I put it on YouTube, like, it didn't do as good. Not nearly as good. I think it did like 4,000 freaking views compared to the hundreds of thousands that College Life and College Life Atlanta did.
Which of Miles's movies, College Life Atlanta, and Pathways, which was your favorite?
Gosh, I like all of them for different reasons. I'll just choose one. Pathway. Yeah.
Now, I don't know what happened between then and now, but, I mean, sometimes people just need a little push. I don't want to tell you the generic thing like, oh, follow your dreams, chase your dreams, do this, do that. Hey, bump all that, man. People who chase their dreams are losing the race. Find your own pathway. Fight for the dream.
You know, when I was young, I saw everything differently. At the same time, I still did.
I'm just tired of always doing everything. I got to clean up. I got to go to the talking. I got to do everything. You lazy as hell. I can't stand it.
They always arguing about some bullshit.
Dishes, I gotta pay the goddamn bills. When are you gonna pick up your part? What are you talking about? When are you gonna pick up your? You know what? You selfish as hell. Oh, so I'm selfish. You selfish as fucking. Yes, when you I let fucking you take selfish. shit on my chest, is that being selfish? All right, and when you wanted me to fucking pee on you, what the fuck?
What?
Man,
who got next, man?
I always got the. Who got? No, we're not done. Excuse me, we're not done with this conversation. We're not done with this conversation. When are you gonna pay your bills? When are you gonna do your part?
Damn.
A brother by the name of, well, we call him Phoenix, and I went to acting class with him, and we were in acting class, and we were having a lot of fun in class. So, you know, with acting, it spills over into your regular life, especially if you guys are trying to do well and get out there. So he was like, D, man, you know, I really like what you're doing, and, you know, why don't you come by the house? We're gonna do some recording.
Look at this shit. Hey, Quisha.
Hey, who was that? That was my husband. Okay,
oh, your husband?
Yeah, that was.
You joking, right?
No, I'm not joking. Oh my God, watch this part. Watch this part. This is my favorite one. Wait a minute.
Excuse me. How long is this nigga gonna be here?
Excuse me.
How long is this nigga gonna be here watching my cable TV?
Boy, you know the rules, Sean. When I got company, you stay in the back.
Look here.
And first of all, our baby's in the back. And
Yeah, but I paid this cable bill.
Oh, you got a kid.
And I sleep here on the floor.
No,
I'm gonna let y'all fight.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna take care of this.
Y'all
Don't
clean
leave
this
yet, baby.
up.
Wait a minute, baby. Don't leave. Look what you did, Sean. Baby, come back.
Hey, you running after niggas, your nasty ass.
That's when I met Miles, and I told Miles, hey, well, Miles told me, he said, hey, man, I got something for you. I said, yeah, man, we need to do something.
All right, so Uncle Chuck came about when I first met DeMarcus. He reminded me of a family member I had, my Uncle Chuck. He had recently passed away like a couple months before I had met DeMarcus. I wrote it and I hit him up and invited him over to my place to come and read it. He read the script and said, yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
It's relatable, first of all. And if it's not relatable, it's needed.
And the way I casted it, like, I wanted all people who I've worked with besides one. Like, normally how I cast stuff, I try to have a mixture of people who I've worked with and people who I haven't worked with. But with Uncle Chuck, like, it was DeMarcus, Rodney.
Miles sent me a script.
LJ, Teron, Gabrielle.
I was sent the script by Miles.
And DeMarcus and Tesh were the only two people who I hadn't worked with at that time. So I wanted to surround them with people who I trusted. That would be dope. Although Gabrielle did show up like 2 hours late.
All right, man, look, we got down on the set of Uncle Chuck, and we have Uncle Chuck here. Go ahead, man.
What's going on? How y'all doing today? I went on to tell you that the south side is the best side because every other side ain't shit.
All right. That's Uncle Chuck. That's what the film is based on, and he's playing the main character. Nigga don't know his lines for shit. All right, at all. I feel like he ain't looked at the script since I gave it to him about a month ago.
It was hilarious. A whole lot of improv. We really didn't need a script because DeMarcus is wonderful at improv and everything he does is funny. And Rodney is wonderful at improv and everything he does is funny. And they're actually really, like, Rodney's a really strong actor and DeMarcus is a really strong actor. So it was, like, awesome getting to see them sort of play the lines between comedy and drama because it's actually a really good story.
Miles, Miles doesn't act a whole lot. He likes to act, but he don't act a whole lot. This was the first time I like seen him do like a real like serious-ish role. And I was mad proud of him for real. I was like, yo, come on, Sweat, I see him.
And at the end of the day, the sound guy needed to stay a little longer. He was like, yo, man, it's be $75. And I was like, what? You know, you understand what I'm saying? But it just tell you the drive, because think about it. You young, you know, you could be doing anything with that money. You could be trying to go buy the coolest Jordans. But you like doing what you love. I feel like out of all the stuff we did, that could translate to like a TV show for real. You could use a condom, buddy. She's cute and all, but she might not be as clean as she looks. Condoms, rubbers, prophylactics. They sell them at the store. Damn, you don't give a fuck. You're a cute girl though, Sean. Don't trust her. She look like she been around the damn block.
And it didn't quite come out how I wanted it to come out, but I thought it was still, you know, dope. And it was a lot longer than I thought it would be. I think the script was like 14 pages and it ended up being like 26 minutes. That happens a lot with SVS Productions. We tend to add shit on the go. My main goal though for after we made it was I want to put this into a shitload of festivals and try to, you know, get I wanted a festival run, because like 2015 and 2016 I was seeing all these other filmmakers in Atlanta like, oh, I got into this festival, I'm doing this festival. And Guys Life Atlanta got into like 5 festivals, but they was like whack ass festivals. It wasn't like good festivals as far as like reputable and shit. So there's a lot of the films that I would see that would be getting into this stuff, I just thought they sucked and they were terrible. I was like, I can do better than that. So that's one of the reasons I made Uncle Chuck, and I submitted to all these festivals. And one of the first festivals that he got into was the Bronze Lens Film Festival.
That was a really big deal for us, man, to be featured in, you know, such a light as the Bronze Lens Film Festival. It was great, man. We had a great time.
I was very proud of Miles for making it to the Bronze Lens Film Festival because that's a huge accomplishment.
I submitted College Life Atlanta and Pathway to that same festival and got denied from both times. So I was real adamant. I don't know why I really wanted to get into that festival, but I was super happy as shit when they finally when they accepted Uncle Chuck.
Here's a crazy small smidget story. These are very memorable things for us. There is no way to shake them. We're at this film showing downtown, and one of the executives from the Bronze Lens, so she is sitting next to me. I just want to make sure I remember the story well. And she said, "Don't I know you?"
And I do want to say that I'm sitting over there, and I kept doing a double take, and so I finally leaned over and I said, "Were you with Uncle Chuck?" She
thought she knew me. She said, you, that was good. Like, and that was validating for one reason only. This lady, all she do is watch films all day.
When I was looking at Uncle Chuck, it was so funny to me. It is a funny short, but yet it has a message. And it really was so special. It's like, yes.
Immediately clicked in my head like, bam, this is a great character. This is really real. And we could use this, because all she do is watch films. She had a selection. She makes the selections for the Bronze Lens. So for her to see it, and she didn't know me. She didn't know nothing about me. It ain't like she went and looked me up.
Some what? Hey, we just filmed Uncle Chuck at the Bronze, man.
Got my guy Teron. Ain't seen a nigga in years. Nice for you to show up, man. Yeah. Uncle Chuck, man, how you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm feeling pretty good.
And that whole experience with that festival was it was super dope. That was the first festival that I went to that I felt was legit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was hella people at the screening of Uncle Chuck. And it wasn't just like our people. It was other filmmakers, other people who are just coming to the festival to watch stuff. And I thought that experience was super freaking dope.
Everybody loved it. They hated my character.
Why?
My character was an irritating kid. I hated my character.
We were the best film there, easy.
So, it's my third time seeing it, and damn, made me cry again. Shit, I hate to put it out there, but yeah, made me cry again. But it made me laugh and it made me cry again. I love it.
That's good. That means that emotion was put into it, and you know Miles did his job. Right.
It's an authentic film, and after when he said, you know, it's based on a true story, that's when I was like, that's why it hits me so hard every time. It's real.
And it was so, like, that was the first night of the festival. So throughout the rest of the festival, people were coming up to me and DeMarcus. They were calling him Uncle Chuck throughout the whole rest of the festival.
People really enjoyed it. DeMarcus, it was DeMarcus' presence for sure. Like, to me, that was like the birth of DeMarcus.
It's important to feel that. You know what I'm saying? Because you need those moments grabbing a goal to continue on. Like, you need those moments to feel, because sometimes you can grind so hard and so long you get numb. But moments like that, it just gives you a little grit so you can grab onto something. It happened early for us. Like, that was our first film together. Boom. Don't think that anything we do is out of anything else besides love. And if you have any problem that I had that made you feel a certain way about me, just know that I'm sorry. I really am.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Just hear me. It's okay. None of that matters. But more than anything, you know what will give me peace of mind. Like a real peace is you have an answer for that question. What type of man you want to be?
When I first moved to Atlanta in like 2017, I think, I moved in with a girl from Craigslist who turned out to be an actor. And she was in McCarthy, I think. Like, literally, like, the first week I lived there, she was like, I'm off to a shoot. I'm in this web series called McCarthy. And I was like, all right, cool. And then the Bronze Film Festival happened, and she asked me to go with her to meet, like, the crew who she'd worked with and, like, introduce me to everyone. And I went to see Uncle Chuck and sat through the whole thing. It's like half an hour long. I was like, thought this was a short film competition, but okay. And Miles and like the whole crew is so ridiculous. Like they'd have Q&A after the films for the whole festival, and like the director would go up and like give a little thing, but with Uncle Chuck, like literally everyone from SVS was there. There was like the fucking sound guys, the PAs were all up there. It was just like the whole cast. It was mental. It was so ridiculous. I was sitting there like, who are these people? Like, and then I was watching it anyway, and I thought it looked like really dark and like, to be honest, shit. And so at the end, afterwards, the girl I live with introduced me to Miles. I was like, oh, this is the writer director, and then she introduced me as a cinematographer.
I'm not a DP, you know what I'm saying? I'll shoot some shit, but I'm not like into the whole lighting and shit. I'll be looking at it like, oh yeah, sure, nigga, why not? Shit, I can see it. Can you see it? Shit, nigga, let's keep it pushing.
I went up and was like, that was a really good film, but like it looked like shit, man. It looked really bad. And he was like, whoa, okay, fair enough. And I was like, if you want me to come on to your next thing, like, I'll do it.
At that point, I didn't trust nobody. Like, if you couldn't, like, I'm not a DP, and I feel like I didn't know how to technically shoot. But if I felt like your stuff didn't look better than mine at the time, then I didn't care. And then if it did, then I would be having to pay like fucking $500 a day, like this outrageous shit that I didn't have. So it was like no point in me looking for a DP. So when he came to me, I still didn't even kind of take him serious.
And then I ended up coming on to like the reshoots of what the fuck is it called? Cause and Effect.
Cause and Effect. So I had a flyer out at the time, a $200 deal flyer that if you have a script that's 10 pages or less, me and my team will film it. One of the projects that I got sent was Cause and Effect. And the shit was 50 pages. Okay, well, I'm not reading this shit, you dumbass. You didn't read the fucking, you didn't read the flyer. So one day it was like a week after he sent it to me. I was bored at work and I said, well, let me just see if it's good. So I read it and this shit was good as hell. Like I'm reading it. It was high budget. Like in the first scene as the car explodes. Well, I guess I won't be filming that, but whatever. So it was a really, really dope ass script, and I just replied to him like, "Yo, this is super dope, but we could probably chop this up and make it a web series." So I met with him, dude named Kumali, and yeah, pretty much let him know like this is dope. I would like to actually make this project, like, but we got to talk about finances and how we're gonna make that happen. We worked it out.
Well, in 2016, when I had first started acting professionally, I did a showcase for Premier Actors Network. And Miles came and saw me. And he told Rodney that he wanted to work with me. And Rodney was like, "Hey, Gary, I got this guy that wants to work with you. Here's his number, give him a call." And I never called him. So about 6 months passed by. And I'm like, is this the day I'm gonna call Miles? It's not. I didn't know his name at the time, but now I wasn't gonna call him. But then I went to a showcase for a trailer for this movie by Alex Carter named Love Unexpected. And they were doing this little game, this little bachelorette game. And this was my first impression of Miles, which I suppose I'll get to that later. But he went on stage, did some things. And after the show, Rodney was like, "Oh yeah, this guy I wanted you to meet." And I was like, "Oh, can you act? Are you available? Okay, cool." Didn't even audition. Didn't tell me what I was doing, but told me to be somewhere. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. It's really happening."
Alright, hey, what's going on, everybody? Live and direct on the sets of Cause and Effect. Yeah, I walked outside, instantly died. 5 minutes later, died again. This is me balling in the aftermath. Oh, left hand, stomach kick, ooh, push him up off you. Fuck you, nigga, got him. Oh, shit. Oh, one hand. Oh, get him back. Get up here, you got this. Bow, nigga.
Oh, this
Oh, he broke a sweat.
Miles sent me a script, and he was like, "Here's your part." I was like, "Great."
Like, I was just getting off the road. I had come back from vacation. He had called me up, like, "Can you do this real quick?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I can."
So, Lord, for the second try today, how was your day? How was shooting today?
It was good. Sorry I was ignoring you earlier. I was
method acting.
Zone?
Yeah.
We're done shooting now, so now I can be myself.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what she said?
Miles is treating me so well.
Soundbite, thank you.
I was really excited about that. It was my first time playing like a villainous type.
I played a guy by the name of Preach. He was a preacher who also was a weapons dealer.
It's my first time playing gangster, as they say. I was very nervous because I was like, me? A thug? It's crazy. But I'm an actor, so I did it. He was desperate. when the guy playing the part actually dropped out, and he would have taken anybody. I'm sure.
Today was a great shoot day. We had a ball, we had a blast. I played wicked, and even though I get killed today, it was a dope scene, and it's gonna be a dope show.
You're suffering in the jacket here. How you feeling? How you feeling?
Trying to keep it together, trying to stay hydrated. I'll probably lose 10 pounds for a day.
I'm sure.
I ain't had no wardrobe in there, so they had got me like a damn badge and shit hanging from my neck and a damn black jacket. It wasn't very thick, but it was hot as shit, and I'm already black as fuck. And my hair was all out and shit, man. I'm sweating bullets out that bitch.
Brick house.
You give me a kiss.
Oh, give him a kiss. Little cheek.
Give me hugging.
Oh, little huggy.
How much you good?
How good she is, man.
First day on set was, it started off kind of slow because it was morning. He liked to work early, you know what I'm saying? He liked to get up early and just get straight to it and work all day. So at first it was kind of slow, trying to figure some things out. And you know, at this point, this is my first time actually acting on camera for him. So, you know, and at this time he hadn't had a person that can hold the camera. So he was directing and holding his own camera.
He shot the first, like, whatever amount. And then there was a few things that had to be reshot, and he was just like testing me out, I think.
So we got a new guy on camera today. We got Miles trying to diversify the team out here.
I really feel happy that he came that day because I didn't give a fuck. By the time we got done with Cause and Effect, I was done. Like, I was over. Like, this is it. Fuck this shit, man. Like, I'm done with Cause and Effect. I didn't care. Like, it was just a pickup day. We were doing like 5 different small scenes, just getting pickup scenes. Like, I remember I had one of the team members like assemble the camera, and I looked at him all like, so who want to shoot it? Because I don't give a fuck. I don't care who shoots this. I don't care what the footage looks like. Let's just do it and get the hell up out of here. And then Ireland like rushed to the damn camera. I'm like, well, I guess he beat y'all to it. Shit, I guess he got it. And he starts messing with the settings and shit. I'm like, well, hey man, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I don't even give a fuck. And he started shooting. I'm looking at the first like, hey man, that looks, you know, that looks a lot better, different than you know, what I'm used to shooting with and shit. And he was just telling me about the settings and stuff. Like, so for the rest of the day, I let him shoot the shit. Well, some of the stuff I still shot because, once again, I just didn't know this nigga. I didn't trust him like that. I still wanted to get behind the camera.
It's a drama, a crime drama, so there wasn't as much focus on the laughs.
Stupid ass. You thought shit was sweet? Yo, don't forget about this man in the car.
It showed another style of Miles, you know, work. You know, it was more serious. It had more action.
He was playing a crackhead who was washing my car. I'm still fuzzy on the details of the story because I literally only got my scene.
A word? Business? Pleasure? Nah, I'm just kidding. What you need?
And I saw it, and then everything that was going on in the background of my scene still didn't make sense to me.
I just felt like he was real when I first met him because I had worked with a couple of directors when I first got here that might have led us on to say, hey, well, I'm gonna do this project and I have this funded, or they'll say, well, I got this production looking at this. Miles was the first director that I felt realness from to say, hey, I don't have it figured out. I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't have much to offer, but I know I want to make magic.
Miles just exuded like this unfriendly energy at first, like he's friendly, but you know, you wouldn't, if I mess up here, then he'll never want to work with me again.
My name is Oshin. I'm new here, as you can probably see by my one closed eye. I can't, like, it's too bright here. It's not habitable here.
So, so far with, you know, just hanging out with us, how have you liked it? I give it a solid.
I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
7.5. Okay, that's
We just got on really, really well. And I loved the way he directed, I loved the way he wrote, I loved the feeling and like the atmosphere that everyone brought to the set. Like everyone was so compatible and funny, and like there was just so much fun happening on set, but the quality of the stuff we were getting at the same time was really good, and like we weren't wasting time, we were just making really good content but having fun and enjoying it at the same time.
After that, I was very green, and I asked if I could do a clean version of the scene. And by clean, I mean like, because I'm cursing a lot in the scene, and I'm just like, can I curse in my demo reel? I probably can, but just to be safe, I'm gonna ask them if I could get a clean version of the scene. Miles thought that I was an entitled prick for asking if we could do a clean version of the scene. He was like, who the hell does this guy think he is? And I told him later, he was like, so how you feel, man? I was like, how do you think I did? And he was like, you seem very amateurish. And I was like, yeah, I just started acting last year. I was like, oh. He was like, oh, okay. And that's why he didn't fire me, because he told me like years later that he was never gonna work with me again after that.
Cause and Effect was dope as fuck, but it was stressful as shit. Like, Miles was not feeling none of this shit.
Mr. Director, you ready for an exciting day of shooting?
Not really. This should be fucking interesting. I hope you get all this fucking footage. Because if I'm blowing a motherfucker, I want you to get that on camera, alright?
Okay.
I'm talking about straight swing, left jab.
Okay, I can do that. That's not a problem.
Cause and Effect was the most, at the time, was the most stressful project that I ever took on and did, because of him. Honestly, it was he didn't know about production, like he didn't know how to handle it, and he just had all these ideas and stuff, and he was very adamant on a lot of stuff, and it was things that, yo, this isn't going to help the project. You're limiting, not limiting, but you're just fucking up the flow of shit. And then the people who he had in it, they weren't actors, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to act. It was just working with them. I was just, every day, like, my blood was fucking boiling.
When is there not drama on an indie film set?
And in collaboration, you're gonna have differences and shit like that. But just like a relationship, you work it to at least come to a solution that both of you can be cool with. It may not be both of you guys' vision, but it could be something, you know what I'm saying? And plus, by Miles being the director and having the experience when it comes to making the film, it was basically little touches.
And it was a stressful project. Like, aside from all the other shit, it was a stressful project as a whole because of the plot and just the story. It wasn't an easy damn script to do, but then not having a easy script and then having all of this side shit you have to deal with.
That's then. I don't really care. Like, we got it done. You know, I used to talk to Miles about this all the time. I used to tell him about Rodman, Pippen, and Mike. And the fact was, Pippen and Mike really never talked to Dennis Rodman. And they had all kind of drama. Like, now we know how much drama.
Right. Last Dance.
Like, the Last Dance. Like, Rodman, like, left during the middle of the season and just wouldn't come back. They had to go get him. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's going to be drama, man.
But at the end of the day, that's still one of the best things that I've ever done. Because it was a super dope script, and we did make it freaking happen.
It's supposed to be kings fighting over who want to lead. You get it? Because you can't win without kings.
You and that person still talk today? You guys just after after that project? That was it?
I mean, we fell out after that project because I basically told him, like, nigga, I'll probably never work with you again in my fucking life because this was beyond stressful and it didn't have to be. Actually, we even tried to do another project. Like, we did auditions for it and everything, but we just disagreed on the casting choices. Like, he wanted one of the dudes who was in Cause and Effect to be in it, and I'm like, I'm not working with this nigga again. He's not an actor, bro. It's not going to be dope. And he was just very adamant. I was like, well, I'm not doing it. Like, you can get the fuck out of my face. It's cool. I'm not going to do the project then. And we kind of just fell off after that. But he did call me 2 years later because he still went ahead and did that project, like, on his own. Once again, Cause and Effect was the first thing he ever did filmmaking wise. So all of his experience, all of his networking, all of his people was through me. And he called me after, like, 2 years later. He basically apologized, like, yo, you was right. Like, I didn't see, like, all the things that, you know, you do. Basically, same thing like I was trying to fucking tell Trav. Like, all the things that go, like, under the surface as far as making a project, he didn't know or understand or know how to do or knew everything that, you know, I brought to the table. And he apologized, like, you know, he could have, you know, handled the situation better.
I think my most memorable moment was after we filmed Pathways. I think he invited me to some type of improv because he knows I'm not comfortable, or I wasn't comfortable doing improv. And he had like a heart-to-heart with me about, you know, my performance and my growth, and, you know, shed light on the fact that I have to work hard and put a lot of time and effort into my craft in order to get to where I wanted to be.
When he is fully in his zone, doing something, especially when he's on set and he's like concentrating on like a million things and you just really see the wheels turning, I'll probably say that that's my favorite Miles moment, is when you can really catch him in it, because otherwise he's just really like crazy. But I would say the other Miles moment is the moment on set that I was telling you guys from Pathway, when we were like just kind of talking right quick, and that was like our first time talking just one-on-one. And those are my favorite Miles moments in general, when you like pull him to the side and you ask him questions about whatever he's thinking. And if there's an audience, Miles will play to an audience. He stays true to himself, but he will play to an audience. But when there's no audience there, he is a different kind of Miles. That's my favorite Miles.
Come on.